Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Carla. And in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you how I'm breaking down the weight loss aspect of my postpartum journey. If you don't know, I previously lost 183 pounds and a month after I reached that goal, I became pregnant. And of course, during pregnancy, I put on some weight. And also what happened after I was pregnant is I had a battle with postnatal depression. So this new journey, this postpartum journey for me is really about helping me to feel better mentally and also to lose that 40 pounds that I put on to grow my beautiful baby boy Brannock. I'll leave a link up here to the entire journey. I have weekly check-ins if you want to go and have a look at those and explain exactly what I'm doing. Basically, I'm doing exactly what I did to lose 183 pounds. And one aspect of that is to break down my weight loss aspect of the journey into smaller, manageable, bite-sized chunks. Previously, when I thought that I had to lose a lot of weight before I did, I saw this as this massive mountain to climb. And I've made a video about this before, which I'll also link up in one of these corners. One of these days, I'm going to have to learn which corner it is. And I spoke to you about how I broke it down into smaller goals and how that became much more manageable. So as opposed to seeing it as this massive mountain that I had to climb, I saw it as this tiny little path that I had to go by, focusing only on each next goal. And that's what I'm doing now. And a couple of people have asked me if I would share how I broke down that goal or this goal now, because this is what I'm actively doing. So it might actually help to be able to share how I've broken it down in real time for you guys. There are a couple of different aspects to this, and I'm going to do a split screen record, I hope. Bear with me if I don't, but hopefully I'll be able to do that. You might just see my computer screen because I do it on my computer because I like Excel. Well, I don't like that much Excel, but you know, anyway. And there's also, there's a couple of elements to it. There's the goal, there's the different measurements that I use, there's what I'll weigh, and I'll just, you know what, I'm just going to dive right in and show you. So here we go. Here is the split screen. Here is my Excel. I just use Google Docs because it's easiest for me. And I have up here on the top my start weight. So my start weight after my pregnancy, when I was restarting this journey, was 186.5 pounds. And my goal weight is then 40 pounds less, so 146 pounds. I have here on the left-hand side the number of goals and then the significance of those goals, what I will weigh when I achieve those goals, so what weight I'll need to be to achieve that, the date I achieved it, and then this element, which is the present. And I really believe in positive reinforcement. And with positive reinforcement, it is giving you something positive as a reward, a present, something to tell you that you've done a good job. I've spent years and years of my life berating myself and never being kind and never rewarding myself until I began to do that. And this really, really helped me on my overall weight loss journey when I lost the significant amount of weight. And now, to be honest with you, it's not helping as much because I'm just so in it. It's just kind of second nature to me now. I'm just like, oh, okay. But I still think you should treat yourself, especially when you do something that you are proud of. And I am all for treating yourself. So I'm going to talk you through each of the goals and then a couple of ideas for different things that I have to treat myself with, rewards. And these can be anything. Like, I am not saying that this is what you have to reward yourself with. This is just the kind of thing that helps me, that makes me excited, that makes me want something. I just want to jump in here and say that the number on the scales is just a number. It's not a representation of your value or your worth as a human being. It doesn't really mean anything unless it translates to something in your real life. And that's something that I've really discovered on my weight loss journeys, is that, okay, I might lose 3 pounds, but what does that mean? Does that mean that I'm able to get into a dress that I've always wanted to wear? Does it mean that I feel really confident? Does it mean that I can cross my legs for the first time? So the rewards that I give to myself and did during my original weight loss journey are ways of removing the significance of the number, but just kind of giving you like, well, you've lost 3 pounds, well done. And here's a nice lipstick for doing so. So you're like, oh yeah, I did that. And every time I put on the lipstick, I'm going, I lost 3 pounds. That's cool. I also, like, I think I always talk about non-scale victories. Like they're really what matters. It's how that number translates into real life. But this is, this is kind of a bit frivolous. It's a bit fun. It's a bit like if you like positive reinforcement, if you're one of those kids in school that love to have like a tick on everything and a gold star, like me, a bit of a teacher's pet sometimes. This just kind of works for me. So that's just a sidebar. So you can see here that my first goal was 5 pounds, which also meant I was under 13 stone. In that video, the original video, I break down my physical weight into with 3 different measurements: pounds, stone, which is a unit, a similar unit, which is 14 pounds, and kg, which are 2.2 pounds. So depending on what country you're in, I used all 3 because what happened then is that none of them had so much significance in my life. If you only use pounds, you can be so focused on one element. And like if it's 5 pounds down, 5 pounds down, like it doesn't have as much significance, I found, or it kind of gets a bit repetitive and a bit boring, whereas like this is kind of a cool way to break it down. So 5 pounds, which is under 13 stone, I would need to weigh 181 pounds. And then I put the date that I achieved and a present if I bought myself something or something that I wanted to get. And I didn't buy myself anything for that. Goal 2 was 10 pounds. I needed to weigh 176.5 to achieve that, and it's the date that I achieved it. And as you can see, I put them into pink as I achieve them. My first one was 14 pounds, was 1 stone, and I weighed 172.5 pounds, and I achieved that the 6th of the 4th, and I bought this dress from All Saints as a reward for myself. Took myself shopping, bought this dress. I don't recommend using clothes as a reward, by the way, because if you have a significant amount of weight to lose, or like me, and actually I think most people, when you get down to your like goal weight, that's when you see the biggest significant change. So I don't recommend doing that, except I needed a dress for a party, and they only had this in a size 12 and it's already too big for me, but that's why I'm wearing it today, to wear it out, and then I'll get it altered when I reach goal. Anyway, focus. Then my next one was 19 pounds, and like a 19 pounds seems a bit odd, but that means that I will be weighing under 12 stone. So I'll be in the 11 stone bracket. And that is just like, oh yeah, that's another bracket that I've achieved. And I achieved that on the 20th. Then goal 5 is 20 pounds, which is the halfway mark. And I achieved that in the same day. And then goal number 6 is 22.2 pounds. And here you can see that that's a 10 kg loss. So that's using, as you can see, I had a 10 pound one, I had a stone, and now I have a 10 kg one here. And I achieved that this week. So weighing 164.3, that's what I needed to be or be under. So my next goal then will be 28 pounds, which is 2 stone. 30 pounds, 33, which is 15 kg and under 11 stone. So that's when I will weigh 10 stone something. And that is the goal weight that I would like to be is 10 stone 7 pounds, or 147 pounds, or 146.5. And that means that like I'm in that, I can see that like that number is the first number. Does that make sense? I hope this makes sense. I know there's a lot of numbers that I'm throwing at you, and I hope this is like interesting. But anyway, then 37.5 pounds, which means I'll be in the 140s. So again, getting into that bracket that I want. And I find that every time I get into a new bracket, it gives me a real reinforcement. And then my final goal, which is goal 11, which will be 40 pounds down. And I need to weigh 146.5 or less to achieve that goal. So some possible presents that I would like to give myself are, I would like a new pair of headphones. I would like some earbuds, because when I walk, I listen to music every single morning, and my headphones are pretty cheap, and I wouldn't mind some really good ones that I can also talk to people when I go on my second walk. Sometimes I go on a second walk. Another thing that I would like to give myself is a massage, and I actually am very lucky to have been given 2 massage vouchers, and so I'm going to use one of those when I reach my another goal. And then liquid lipstick. I love lipstick, and I have picked out a new shade of Kylie Cosmetics in Dolce K that I'm going to buy myself, and I think I will do that at my next goal. And I'm using a voucher again that I received as a Christmas present to purchase that. It's not always using like money, it's like a voucher that I already have to give it. Like, I'll treat myself then, instead of just buying something, you know, for the sake of it. When I receive a voucher, I kind of keep them and then use them as like a treat or a reward or a present to myself. Like, you don't always have to have things you know, like a monetary. You could say, okay, I'm like, if you're gonna reach 2 stone, you know what I'm gonna do when I reach 2 stone is I'm gonna go and, you know, meet that friend, you know, that I've been putting off, and we're gonna spend some time together. Or my partner and I are gonna go and have a picnic in the park and just enjoy our time together. It doesn't have to be monetary. It doesn't have to be something as frivolous as lipstick. It could be, you know, a book that you really wanted to buy and read, or I'm going to take a day off work when I reach that goal, and I'm going to sit there and I'm going to read. I'm going to book a holiday, day off work, sit down and take the day to read. That is the end of this video. I hope you found this useful and interesting. Please let me know down in the comments if you made it to the end, and I really appreciate you guys watching and commenting. Don't forget to subscribe if you are new, and turn on the notifications, like this video, and follow me also on Instagram, where I'm sharing the whole journey, and on TikTok as well. So guys, I will love you and leave you. Thank you so much for always sticking with me. I appreciate it greatly. Bye. My baby's awake. I have to go.